In Midland, Texas. I made some Facebook posts this morning, very interesting, concerning Hailey Dunn. She's the 13-year-old child that went missing from Colorado City, Texas in 2010. She's nationally famous. Her remains were found in 2013, March 2013. 2 days after I wrote the Department of Justice and suggested that they look in the now not so secret underground facility and tunnels by my home here in Midland, Texas. So she'd been gone over 2 years. I write the Department of Justice, email them, suggest they look here, and all of a sudden they find her remains in Scurry County. Now, multiple people are documented saying that Hailey was overdosed, died in Odessa, and buried over there, which is Ector County. And so I was making Facebook posts today on that. Sonia Renee Callahan wrote that a girl matching Hailey Dunn's description was forcibly held in Odessa home. This is from a bigger story from News West 9. And you can find it on my Facebook. You can find it on the internet. Sonia Callahan wrote a letter from Odessa jail claiming she saw a young girl who matched Dunn's description. In the letter, she claims the girl was held against her will and drugged in an Odessa home. She wrote that the girl eventually died of an overdose and was dumped behind the Ector County Coliseum. Okay. Sonia's sister says that Callahan told her that the alleged incident was sparked from a dope deal that went horribly wrong, and Hailey was supposedly used as collateral for a drug debt. Okay. And so then there's a video I made that's called Sonia Renee, it's called Child Killers. Sonia Renee Callahan called me and she said something about she describes the moment that Hailey died over in Odessa. This is an incredible video in itself. Okay, so this is Sonia Renee. And then so the next one here that I posted this morning, Christy Otts, also known as Allison Mack, that's her fake Facebook name, said she got Hailey Dunn's murder confession from a guy named Brett Bushman. He said she was overdosed and buried by Odessa. And so that's not me saying that she said that. I have the actual message that she sent me, and that's posted here. And here's the first message that Christy sent me saying that she got the murder confession. And once again, it was saying that Hailey was killed over in Odessa. This one has a lot of details in it, how they sold the guy said that they're traded by their mother for $135 worth of meth. She overdosed. This was in Odessa. The guy who confessed said they took her back to her mother. They stuffed her into a box. He described the way they bent her and break her to fit. Then they buried her on a ranch outside Odessa. Okay, so that's in that message. And then this is the first one where she wrote me and said she's a drug rehab counselor and had this life, and all of a sudden this guy confesses and she goes to law enforcement and her life gets ruined because she reported that confession. And so, and then there was other discussions of, the questions asked was Brett Bushman related to the multimillionaire Bushman family in Odessa that used to own CBS 7 and the MGM Elegante and A1 mobile homes and oil field companies and everything else. That's unknown, but I did comment that CBS 7's been provided with all these screenshots and recorded phone calls, and they've never reported, all this additional information for this nationally famous missing murdered child, Hailey Dunn. Okay, so there was Christy Otts, Taryn Thomas, another woman. She writes, and I just took a screenshot on of what she wrote, and basically is quoted here. She says, "I think it's safe to say that we all know the mom, stepdad, as well as Hailey were on dope. People in Odessa have been saying the same for him for years." Julie Brendel says, "Mom did sell her." Taryn Thomas says, "They had Hailey for a good while. Hailey knew that who had her, and it wasn't a hostage situation." People said that they heard people had gone to the house while she was there and she was walking around like it's her house. But what was weird is I heard from more than 10 people that they shaved her head like 2 weeks before she supposedly overdosed. Why shave her head if you aren't trying to hide her? Now, supposedly she's buried in that same house's backyard. Once again, Odessa. Once again, Ector County. And so, but what Taryn Thomas didn't know, my Facebook's real busy right now, but what Taryn Thomas didn't know is that multiple people, okay, or here, this private investigator named Brenda Paradise had already told me that when they found the remains of Hailey Dunn, there was no hair found with the remains. And she said that 10 people or whatever had told her that Hailey had shaved her head, okay? And so that was another Facebook post concerning and basically it's just screenshots. It's not me saying Taryn said it. It's the where you can read it yourself. And then a woman named Brandy Dunn, she contacts me and said that the murder of Hailey Dunn was connected with the murder of Cody Mercer. That they made videos of it, which the cops got. Once again, I have the print screen of this. None of this is as Buddy saying so and so said. This is all the print screen. And then Brandy wrote me and said that Hailey was at Brooke Owensby house in Odessa. She said that Cody Mercer was killed there too, and they made videos, which the cops have. I was later told that Cody was the boyfriend of Brooke. So far, Sonia Renee Callahan, Brett Bushman, as told by Christy Otts, Taryn Thomas, 10 friends, and Brandy Dunn has said that Hailey was killed in Odessa, but her remains were found in Scurry County 2 days after I wrote the Department of Justice and suggested they look in the underground facility tunnel here near by my home in Midland that multiple people are once again documented as saying is here. I got the print screens of that. And so then I show here about the murder of where they found Cody Wayne Mercer's body. He was methamphetamine. He died of meth. Okay, and he was found naked with bruises. It sounded like he's raped. Certain people have told me that he was raped or whatever. And so, anyways, that was Brandy Dunn was quoted, and so then that reminded me that there was another. And this ain't mine, this was on Blog Talk Radio, another woman named Angelina Mitchell, and she's talking to a woman named Allison Fraser. I'm going to let you listen to this. It's incredible. It's the same names that Sonia Renee Callahan mentioned. I'll let you listen to that.
This call is being recorded and is subject to monitoring. Hang up to decline the call or to accept. Dial 5 now. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To decline this call.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Angelina?
Hi, Allison. You sound better today than I talked to you the first time.
Yeah, I was really upset. But I have a couple things. I only have a few minutes, but I just got your letter today. I'm in Hazleton now. I'm not in Clarksville.
Yes, ma'am.
And I wanted to let you know that because I wanted you to write me.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to tell you, who is Renee?
Sonia Renee Callahan?
Okay, I don't call her Renee. I know her as Sonia. Okay.
Oh, you know her, Sonia?
Yeah, she was there the night that Hailey.
She was married? What now?
She was there when it happened.
Well, then why is she so voiceful and won't tell that part then?
Wait, what?
Why didn't she get voiceful and say, hey, I was there? She said she was there, but was she there for the actual killing? You know what I mean?
She doesn't care, and I didn't get any reward money. I don't know where that came from. I didn't get no reward money for the information I gave. I've talked to the marshals, but they really I've only talked to them a few things about not the marshals, the deputies.
Yeah.
Deputies.
So what do you know about Hailey? So what do you know about Hailey, actually?
A lot of things.
Right. All right.
I know that it was her mama and her mama's boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I know that because it was my baby daddy that they owed.
Right. And your baby's daddy is Plastic.
Is who?
What's his nickname? Plastic?
Birdie.
Oh, Birdie. Well, didn't Kevin get... How much time did he wind up giving Rickman get?
Kevin Rickman, he got
Yeah.
double life for 90.
He got 2 lives, didn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't. Nobody's been charged in Hailey's murder.
Right. But they're just sitting there, floating.
Yeah. But he committed the murder. He actually drugged somebody up. Kevin Coger drugged him up and threw him on the train tracks.
On what? Yeah, put him on the railroad tracks and set him on fire.
Yeah.
So how do you stand with him? Are y'all gonna kind of stick by him, or are you gonna go on with your life?
No, girl, listen, me and him got together when I was 16 years old. He was my first love, right? And it
Yeah.
killed me. So, forgive me if I start crying, okay?
Yeah.
It killed me to that little girl. But she's not the only one.
She's not the only one they drugged.
Yeah.
Wasn't Dale Ostrander and Eric Grimes there too? How did they get Hailey? My question is this. How did they get Hailey? They said the last cent they had of her was at the hotel motel. So how did they get her over there to get her so comfortable?
Okay, listen. Hailey didn't die right off the bat. Let me tell you how it happened, okay? I don't know how
Okay.
much time I have on here, and I don't know when I'll be able to call back because my sister just put money the other day, but I went shopping this morning.
Right, I feel you. Well, maybe we can get you some money for the calls that you made to us.
Right. Okay, well, listen. That's whatever, but listen. Hailey was walking, I think she was walking to a friend's house. I'm not sure if it was down in alley. Look, I have the full deal from Birdie. I have it from Birdie because he told me what happened. That's my baby daddy.
Right.
He told me what happened. He was crying, telling me that he needed me to know. He needed me to know, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. He got down on his knees and he was crying, and he said that there was these people that owed him some money, and he had to take care of it. And I said, well, Birdie, what did you do? Hailey was still missing at the time. Her body hadn't been found yet. She wasn't dead yet. Okay? Oh my God. He dropped down on his knees and he was telling me that they had gotten Hailey for a drug deal, like it's dead. And what
This call is from a federal prison.
the mom and the boyfriend knew that was going to happen. And Birdie was like, I'll take care of her for a couple days, temp her out, I'll get my money back. And that's what he did. He was not this person when I knew him. Okay? This wasn't the Birdie that I knew. He
Right.
was fucked off on this.
Did they bang dope or smoke it?
He banged dope at that time. Like,
Right.
I'm here for drugs. I did drugs myself, but I didn't do drugs back then. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why I left him. But Birdie, he sat there and he was telling me that he got Hailey. He kidnapped Hailey. Plastic.
What is Plastic's real name? What is Plastic's real name, Allison?
Justin Braddock.
Yeah, Dusty Braddock.
I want you to get a pen and paper, and I want you to write these things down that I'm getting ready to tell you.
Okay, well, do you know that whenever a phone call comes in, it's recorded, so I can go back and listen to everything you say,
Okay,
baby?
that's perfect. Listen, it's Justin Braddock, Joe Croft, Kevin Richson, who else?
Yeah. Who?
David Allison.
David Allison. Who?
David Parker.
David
David
Parker.
Parker. And I'm trying to remember the house because Hailey.
What does
Hailey
Justin
died-
Broderick do for a living?
He works for motorcycles.
Motorcycles. What about a dark-complected white man named Buddy Wayne Webb? Wayne Webb.
I'd have to see a picture of him.
Okay, well, maybe I get some pictures to you.
Okay, all these people are Birdie's friends. They were all his bros, and they all got sucked off on the mess, right?
Yeah.
They kidnapped her, and they took her out in Odessa and Midland for a long time. I've seen pictures. Birdie showed me pictures. Birdie and David Allison showed me pictures of Hailey, like, chilling with Dustin. And, like, oh my God. I mean, this is fucked up. Like, they showed
Fucked
me
up, I know, baby, but it's drugs, so what happens, happens, you know?
They had her drugged up, you know. She liked it. Hailey liked it. She was a baby. She didn't know. She liked it. She liked the way they were treating her. She liked the attention the boys gave her. You know what I mean? She
Right.
felt like she fit in. And that's what they did to her. They kept her fucked off on drugs, and they kept pimping her out on the west side of Odessa. And, I mean, Kevin
What-
just got more.
Was it in a trailer park or a house?
They kept her but David Allison don't have that house no more. He lost it.
Right.
But I know exactly where that is, and I'm going to be getting out in September, and, like, I don't know where you live.
I live in Denver, Colorado. I'll send you a picture of me, Allison,
Okay, and listen,
so you know who you're talking to.
Whenever I get out, I'll meet you.
Okay, that's cool.
Take you to places. I'll take you to these places that baby was at.
Okay, well, I was planning on coming in January, but you know what? I might put my trip off now to when you come home. Would you be willing to go? Would you be willing to, like, do a radio show?
Yeah, honey, I'll do anything. We can talk about anything. I'll talk to the marshals. I want to help because you know what? I have 2 baby daddies that are involved in this case.
Oh, goodness. Who's the other baby daddy?
Casey Crazy.
Okay.
And you know what?
Crazy.
I'm sorry. I believe Casey is out of prison. I have not talked to Casey. There were some pictures that were sent to me a couple months ago, and it was of Casey with David Allison, and Hailey was in the picture. She was wearing a black bandana,
Really?
a white beater, some faded blue jeans.
Well, I knew the white beater. That's what they found her in that white beater shirt.
Yeah.
Who actually dumped her? She was dumped in 2 different locations, wasn't she?
This call is from a federal prison.
She was what?
She was dumped in 2 different locations, wasn't she?
Yes. There's a officer, Jackie Thompson. He was a police officer.
Yeah.
She was out there first. I can't remember right off the bat at the house that she died at. The house that she actually OD'd at. I'll have to think of that name and get back to you. And, I mean, it's just not coming off to me.
Right. I feel you. But you sound so much clear-headed compared to last time when I talked to you. I think Renee...
Well, I was really upset.
Yes, Sonia had you upset.
Yeah, I mean, and Sonia, what gets me...
Is she a bully?
Selena? No, she can't bully me, honey. She knows better.
Oh, I can tell in your voice you're a scrapper girl. And you probably little. How much do you weigh?
I weigh 180 pounds. I'm 5'6", but she,
You sound like a spitfire, though.
I am. Like, the thing of it is Sonia was there. Sonia was a part of it. When Hailey was kidnapped, that night or the day after, I'm not sure which one it was, Sonia was in that house. Casey was in that house. Bertie was in that house. Sonia was in that house with Bertie. There was like 7 or 8 people in there, in that house, the night that she was fucking kidnapped. And you know what's crazy? Is Bertie came to me. Okay, I would only let Bertie come around to see the baby every now and then because I knew he was off doing drugs. You know, I did my drugs and this and that, but I'm a funeral director and embalmer. I worked, you know what I mean? And I took care of my kids. Yeah. I told my kids I did this, but you know what? I still worked and I took care of my kids. And Bertie would bring me money and stuff like that. And then he came to me one night and he told me that he needed some blankets and he needed some clothes. And I asked him what he needed the clothes for. He said that his cousin was coming from out of town, that Brandy was coming from out of town, that she was coming from Corpus. And I knew Brandy, okay, but I hadn't seen her since my daughter was born. But I gave her some clothes for Brandy, and those clothes wasn't for Brandy because that wife beater and them jeans, those were my clothes. Them tennis shoes that baby was wearing in that picture, those were my clothes.
God, girl, that trip you out.
And then this Sonia bitch is going to sit there and say that she's trying to help. That girl was there.
She was there.
If I was what Bertie was, she was there at the house the night that Hailey was kidnapped. Sonia stood there and said that she saw Hailey crying on the couch. Bertie even told me that Sonia was there. And, I mean, Bertie told me that Hailey was crying, and it took everything him and the boys had to get her to calm down. And then they finally gave her a bump of dope. This happened after the fact. I did not know nothing that was going on until right there at the end when Hailey was coming up on TV and that her body was found just a couple weeks later. When the body was found over there by the lake,
Yeah.
Debbie
that's
Thomas.
when, yeah, that's when I started finding stuff
Well,
out.
I wonder what else they dumped her at besides Debbie Thomas. Where's the other part of her remains is what I think they're trying to find. I think that's what the police are trying to determine, Allison, is where else this child could be buried at, you know?
Is where what?
I think the police are trying to figure out where else the body was dumped.
The body was also at Jackie Thompson's backyard.
Who is Jackie
And I don't
Thompson?
know where Jackie Thompson was a police officer in Odessa, Texas, but he got arrested a few years back on dope charges. He was a police officer.
And he knew about Hailey?
Yeah, he knew about Hailey. Hailey was in his backyard. Rob, my minutes are getting ready to go.
Okay, baby. Okay, well, let me
He
send me your new address.
o'clock. I don't know it, but I'm in the S. Do you have a pen?
No, but remember, I'm recording, so I can go back and
Okay.
listen.
Okay, it's the address. I don't know the address, but it's.
Hey, I can Google you, and it will take me to what unit you're at now.
The secured female facility in Hazleton.
In Hazleton, okay. I'll look to the Hazleton
Okay.
unit, and for the women, there should be only one federal.
Well, the female facility. But I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay, Allison, and I'm glad that you called me back, darling, and I could hear you clear-headed. Thank you so much, okay?
You're welcome, honey.
God bless you, and now you know what? Just pray. That's all you can do is pray, girl. You get out and take care of that baby.
Real strange if you notice that Angelina mentioned my name, and I don't know any of them people. You know, I was a 25-year company man that transferred from Hobbs, New Mexico into Midland in 2008, and these are all Odessa people. My only connection was I created that video called Midland, Texas Tunnels and Crime, and we're referring to the crimes against me, the underground facility, the secret police, etc. And then I was contacted on YouTube by Christy Yachts. Well, actually, I wrote the Department of Justice, suggested they check the underground facility for possible clues into then still missing Hailey Dunn. She was still missing at that time. And so why Angelina Mitchell would even mention my name, you know, I have no answer for that. Somebody may want to ask her that. But that conversation with the Allison Frazier matched actually Sonia Renee's Callahan. Some of them names were the same names that Sonia Renee Callahan called out on a phone call that she when she called me, and so that's what's really interesting. And I think I have it in this video right here, and I must see. You can search my YouTube, which is Buddy Webb, and as you see me do it a minute ago, I looked for Hailey Dunn. I got several videos that I made up about this, and I mean this is important. There's as you just heard, you know, what she said confirmed what multiple other people have been saying, you know, and so that's what I was showing on Facebook today, is that we're sitting there with. I really don't want to watch this whole video. Maybe in this video. One of these videos is short, and I have the conversation where Sonia Renee Callahan tells me about describing the moment that Hailey dies.
How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Is this Renee?
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Oh,
That's good.
I'm doing pretty good. I was just waiting on your call. Your sister told me that you were going to call, and so...
Yes. You know, this has been a hell of a thing with this issue, you know what I'm saying? It's been a rough one.
Yeah, I mean, I really can't even imagine, you know,
You know, I was there at the house, and I seen her, you know, my heart just went down to the floor. What do I do? Either respond in her life or know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and it was.
That's what she said, and it convinced me when Sonia Renee Callahan said that, and I mean that it was. She said it was either both of their lives or just hers, you know. And so and that was the same thing Allison just said. She said that Sonia Renee Callahan was there, or said that Kevin Rickman, that's doing 2 life sentences, told her that, her baby daddy or whatever. And here's some other information that hasn't ever been on the news. This woman, multiple people told me that the mom was a stripper, and maybe the strippers, you know, being a stripper is where she met the people that killed Hailey and where the dope scene is. But now, buddy, I heard that Billy, from a very reliable source, and that Hailey was going with her as well, but staying in the dressing room while BD, which was Billy Dunn, the mom, worked the pole. So she was taking a 13-year-old kid up to the strip club with her, and that was only one person that had told me that, and I found that interesting. Okay. And here's another private conversation that was interesting. I hate this little app because it blocks out the top of it. And friends from all walks. I was told that she was pimped out to her father's oil field workers. I was told that the fathers would get up to $500. So that was saying this guy, this Morales guy, you can't, there we go. Okay. Friends from all walks of life. I was told that she was pimped out by her father's oil field workers. Told that the father would get up to $500. I was even told that she would take it upon herself to make money without her father. So this is another person talking about the pimping of this 13-year-old little child, and that's the same thing we heard on the phone call. Anyway, I'm going to wrap that up. Y'all can, you know, I mean, that many people. I mean, come on, what's wrong? How come there isn't an arrest? This is Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.